SyrupDishes, dishing you up some new content. We're live on Pathfinder Reservoir in Wyoming. Right now we're trolling for some trout using some C9 Rapala rainbow and brown pattern, and we're gonna rock it out today, see what we catch there. Later tonight, we're gonna try some walleye fishing, so stay tuned for some of this awesome fishing action. So you see the rainbow colored Rapala, and just on a spinning rod, lightweight trout rod, can't even say it. I'm gonna start it out to the side, and I'm gonna let out about 100 feet of line or so, maybe 125 feet. And then once we've got enough line out there, we're gonna loosen the drag, and we're trolling at about 2.5 miles an hour. We use just the primary outboard to troll with this setup, and it's trout fishing. So if you don't like trout, this isn't gonna work for you. But we just loosen that drag to the point where if a trout were to take it, it would still set the hook, but you hear it go off. And then that allows you to kind of cut the motor on the boat and start reeling. So pretty good setup. We can run 4 rods with 4 people and not get tangled or twisted pretty easily. You can make the adjustments as you go, a little bit further out, a little bit closer. It all just depends. We've tried brown Rapalas and rainbow Rapalas today. They seem to be hitting the rainbows. So the big ones, I think they're either C9 or C7. Pretty good size. We get the sinking ones, and so you got to be careful there and make sure you're not scraping bottom. Right now we're in 66 feet of water, just trolling back and forth about 500 yards at a time. We just kind of found a hot spot here, so stay tuned for more action. Got light action rod here on these rainbow trout with big Rapalas on them. So these suckers fight and pull hard. And if you pull too hard, you're gonna rip it right out of them. And you can see back there, he's flopping in the, I'm gonna lower my pole here a bit just to try and keep him underwater. About 30 feet behind us right now. He's giving up a little bit on the bite. And these light action rods, they really pull, makes it more fun to try and catch them. We're trolling at about 2.5 miles an hour. So these hit and they pull in pretty tight. And there you see him, he's pouring out. Already, we're gonna try and keep him away from the edge of the boat. Look at this beast. Got the net master Carter here and monster rainbow trout on this video. Holy Hannah. We're gonna get a size and weight on this sucker. Stuck on the net. Man, that fish is a monster. Monster female rainbow trout Pathfinder. We're gonna get a size and weight on this. SyrupDishes live action. That was a 3.5 pound rainbow trout, folks. That's delicious right there. Another great Wyoming rainbow trout. Number 2 on the day, that's number 3. The first one got away, put herself on the boat. Last one was 3 pounds, 9 ounces. This most definitely lighter and smaller. I can tell just based on how my rod is reacting. Again, these lightweight rods do a lot of action. This trout is not coming to the surface as much. Right now we're probably 75 feet behind the boat. We want to just keep our rod bent, taking the weight of the fish off. And we're actually, I think, going to try and switch sides here, it looks like. Use the deep diver. So I like to get them a little bit fatigued so that they're not ripping this line. We're running a little bit heavier weight than we normally would for trout, probably about 100 miles an hour. They do a number on your equipment. And so if you're fishing your normal 4-weight line, it's pretty easy to snap it off at those speeds. Get a good look at that one there. And again, just trying to keep it away from the back of the boat. And I'll try and bring it a little bit closer here to get it in the net. Just being patient. So this might be the one here. I might be able to get it on this pass. Not quite yet. All right, Carter. Not yet. We always net from behind them so you don't catch the lure. This one's got a little bit more of a hook jaw. Nice color, a little bit smaller than the last one. Nice Wyoming brown. Woo! We had a little fishing line debacle, but we still got a fish on the end of the line. Erica, turn the key and cut them over. Did you catch?
A brown.
High five. Switching up to walleye here, just at dusk. It's just about 8 o'clock right now. Just using worms. This is a white jig head. We've got some bottom bouncers with worms and little tiny guys that we are just slaying right now. Little walleye in Wyoming after some trout fishing. SyrupDishes here. All right, there you have it. Some fishing on Pathfinder, some awesome rainbow and brown trout using the larger sinking Rapalas connected to a gold swivel on about 10-pound fishing line on some lightweight fishing rods. You don't have to have too fancy a gear. Just troll at about 2.5 miles an hour. Those bigger Rapalas swim a little bit better at that speed, and I always say bigger lure, bigger fish. When we switch to walleye, we're using the trolling motor. We're going just at setting 3, so that's not even getting you a mile an hour, and just putting the night crawler on a jig head about a 1/4 ounce, or we're using a 15 Snell with a 1 ounce bottom bouncer. Either way, whether you catch these fish and eat them or catch them and throw them back, it's just a good time for family and friends. We want to thank Harley and Erica with H&M Outdoors and Carter for joining us today. This was an awesome trip and highly successful. Stay tuned for more SyrupDishes.